Hello, this is Positive Vibes Enterprise. I'm Tom Goodwin. This is Michelle Ronquillo.
Hi, everybody.
And the subject today has to do with bullying of all kinds.
It's serious. It's getting bad out there in the world.
Yes, a lot of people have sort of like this attitude that they're better than other people, that they can push them around. They have an arrogance. And but the thing is with bullying is that you have to be strong in this world because otherwise you'll be targeted by people that take advantage of the weak.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's happening in the gay community. I don't like it. It's happening. People are saying mean and hateful things. And I really have to say this here. The people that don't walk it needs to sit down, really, because there's groups of people that support what we do and what other people do in the movement of growth, and it needs it needs to go in the positive direction with voice and support. When two or more are gathered in the support, okay, really, we can move somewhere. Me and Tom got this going in the Bible Belt of Texas, down deep in the heart of Texas. And one of our wonderful followers that's been following us from the beginning, shout out Eric. He does his own music, he does his own walks, and understands that he supported us when we were growing. We supported him when he was growing, and he was already bigger than what we were. And he's coming in supporting us. And now he's bigger than he was, and we're still supporting him. But that's what I'm saying. A positive, healthy support group. It's important for health, mental health, healthy support systems.
And it's very important that we have contributing to the well-being of this world programmed into us as one of the most important things spiritually.
Yes.
Because bullies don't really care that they're not contributing. They just use their muscle or whatever and try to get their way. But I mean, that's what a lot of bullies are that way.
Me and Tom call it dribble. And honestly, I call it vomit. So he calls it dribble and I call it vomit. So we're saying that they're dribbling vomit. They're not acting. They're just talking. They're sitting there vomiting. They're dribbling words of hollow blah, 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 and sending arrows, jealousy, hate, jealousy, because they can't get up and do it themselves.
We do live in a spiritually backwards world. I mean, it's all right for somebody to give hard love to other people, but the main thing with that is you got to be doing it in a way for their own good. You can be rough on people, you can be challenging them, you can be pushing them. It's a fine line when it comes to knowing how to push people to the right degree and overdo it. Everything's a fine line spiritually. That's why you have to do a lot of meditation and tuning into your body, getting your body healthy,
Yes.
and so forth, because a healthy body is more sensitive than an unhealthy body.
Correct.
And that makes you more sensitive spiritually because it all comes physical.
That's right. And also, what is important is when you throw raw truth and spiritual rawness like me and Tom do, we walk it so we can handle it. So as we're throwing it out of raw truth, we want the betterment of you. All right. If someone's leading you to these raw truths spiritually that are manipulating, that are going to hurt you in a gaslighting, narcissist, bullying type of closed, locked in, cult like mentality, okay, that are not walking it, they're directing you to something else, okay? The betterment of the spiritual is directing you to the betterment of you, who you are. What are your goals? What are your successes? It's not our circus and not our monkeys, but you got to be doing the footwork before you can throw it out your mouth, right? If you're going out with raw truth and you're going to hit somebody and help them change for their betterment, not for a manipulating purpose of bullying and trying to get somewhere else in fame or whatever, of greed, of money, ew. Time and focus is spiritual money, people.
And bullies tend to target people that they know they can take advantage of. But actually, when you talk, the bully is in an abusive situation too. Abuse goes two ways.
That's right.
Because if you're strong and you're hard and you're tough, a bully is not going to be anywhere near you. They're looking for people who have vulnerabilities, that don't have themselves totally shored up, that they have weaknesses spiritually, and they need to develop themselves so they don't have that weakness. Because when you go out in the world, I mean, there's a lot of brutality in the climate and in life itself. And life will bully you if you're weak.
That's right.
And it will find your weaknesses. That's how the spiritual works. It
Right.
finds your weaknesses and teaches you hard lessons. So a person that's prone to be bullied can be bullied by life itself, because you got to deal with your weaknesses. You have to develop the spiritual programming that enables you to handle this world, not some other world you may imagine, but the world you're in right now. And that's what my type of spirituality, Michelle type of spirituality, it's all about, affecting the reality we're in right now.
Right now. So check this out. If you are weak and understanding that these bullies, these people that are hurting, okay, I have a little acronym, I think it's called, but it's assholes. Afflicted soul suffering, hurting others, letting egos satisfy.
And you do not have to have a lot of the spiritual beliefs of the past act like you should be always helping people.
That's
and
right.
always doing good to everybody. But you have to pick people. You have to pick people that are worth your energy, because if you pick people who aren't worth your energy, they will take advantage of you.
Right. If you treat people the way you want to be treated, okay, and hold up those boundaries to knowing that, hey, you know what? I don't treat you like that. Boom. Boundary. Actions speak louder than words. I wouldn't do that to you. Boom. Where's those actions that you were all talking about? Boom. Boundaries. Give and receive kindness and compassion. You're giving, giving, giving. These people aren't giving it back. Boom. Boundaries. Know your red flags. Know what you have to protect your heart. Know that you have to protect your survival. Stop these bullies with your voice and the compassions and the spiritual support you have from others around you.
And you have to have the right kind of spiritual theories that have this give and receive, this balance, this cooperative relationship with the universe, with the people around you. And these autocratic type gods that tell you, that sort of like a tyrant, that all they do is, this is the word of God, you follow this bird or owl. Well, that's not the way it works. Not if you evolve further spiritually.
Yeah, and the spiritual, the whole universe is connected. You know what I mean? We're doing this in the right now of what the spiritual of the light. Okay, the light is coming to give back everything the darkness stole because of the damages and the pain and the trauma life is. It hurts.
So you have to feel empowered. I could not develop what I've developed or be as intense as I am if I didn't feel spiritually empowered.
Me too.
Therefore, I don't give all the power to outside forces be under me, outside of me. I give it to myself. And I say, I'm the one that's supposed to be responsible for the spiritual energy around me.
And I rely on myself and the actions and the connections of the universe, because it's literally the same. But we are the ones that have the voice, because we have the body. We have the E equals MC squared. We're not just energy and info right now. We're matter. That means we have voice. We can hug. We can squeeze. We can express that creative, universal connection.
So we do not. So in the spiritual backward world, we have a lot of religions that create bullying, because they have this attitude that you're supposed to follow some tyrant, what they call a god. And that immediately sets you in a very weak position. And what you have to understand, this whole world, this whole universe, everything is spiritual on a basic level. Even matter is spiritual.
Yeah.
Everything, absolutely everything. And we are the spirits that the world is for? Why would the world exist if it wasn't for us?
For lessons and
For-
tests and involvement
In
of
other words,
self.
we're the prime movers. We're the prime consciousness, not the atoms, the molecules, or any of that stuff out there. They're all there. I see it as a spiritual field that supports everything. And we can feed off of it, but at the same time, we contribute to it. So we're
Yes.
responsible for what's going on around us. Of course, reality in the universe works the way it should, because it's a rational universe. It's going to work the way it should. If it was
Right.
irrational, it wouldn't work. What works survives. What doesn't work does not survive. So the universe works very rationally. It works the way it should, or it wouldn't work.
Right.
And that's just the way it is. And
Emotion and logic balanced together.
And I understand that this is going to go against all this programming you have inside of you.
Yeah.
The instinct we have that some people think is the same for everybody is actually programmed by the beliefs that you develop or programmed into you when you were young. You
Right.
can change those beliefs.
You got to be open.
You can develop better spiritual theories. We better, because the world right now is not working very well. Anybody that imagines the world working that well, they just aren't tuned in very well. Spiritual.
We got to
can
do the
work.
actions. We do the voice. We got to do the support.
We have to get higher standards.
Yes.
And that's how we can make a difference, is by upping the standards
Yes.
spiritually.
Rise it
And
up.
by changing the way we see the universe, so that we can the way we see things spiritually, so we can higher our standards and go to a higher level.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you're making it's all ego or whatever. It's not ego. You're just trying to do your job and be more responsible. It has nothing to do with ego.
Yeah.
Because
You have a right to have a healthy environment. You have a right to be a higher enlightened and healthier than the people that are around you. You have a right to do that. Your worthiness matters. Your gifts matter. Your boundaries and worth matter. There's only one you in the whole universe. Rise up, find those boundaries, find those strengths, find those voices, and support others like you, like-minded individuals that feed that motivated spiritual stuff that you put into actions, that fight the bullies out there, because they're not doing it. They're lazy. They don't want to do the spiritual work. It's hard. But you're doing it. You're changing your diet. You're thinking about things spiritually in your chakras. You're doing your shadow works. You're understanding what's going on. You're understanding what Tom's meditative stuff works and does. The health and nutritions of support. Come back, get more, be vulnerable. It's okay. Because when you come back, when you're strong, we're like, yes.
And you can do amazing things. You can actually eat healthy, which a lot of people have trouble doing. Because
sure, your responsibility.
You can do the things that are healthy for your body. You can do things you can exercise and train yourself with meditation and physical exercise to be healthy, vibrant. I'm 69 years old, and I'd like to see very many people keep up with me the way I train myself.
And I'm on level 48 for all my my friends out there in the level world. Okay, it sounds better than old. I'm not old. I'm on the level of 48. That is amazing. He's on the level almost of 70. Oh! But he's been doing it a lot longer, and I still learn from him. He's my mentor. See, people underestimate other people because they judge, they close mind, they run away, they don't want to experience new things. And then you don't get the benefits of knowing other people that have diamonds on the inside of them that will support you, stand by you, be loyal and truthful, and do those walks that you do. Boom, boom, boom. Support, support, support.
And the main thing with me is it's nice to develop spiritual theories and things, but they don't work. What's the point? Like I said, the universe works because it's rational, and that it's meant to be that way.
That's right.
And the same thing with you. You find out what works, and you have to tune into your body. You have to figure it out. That's why the meditative exercise, the meditative walking and running and movement exercises mean so much, because they connect the action with the spiritual in you. They wire you.
And also those liquids, those peptides, those things that change your cells, everything in what you drink and eat and feel and think and move and all that is all connected to you, and you're responsible for that. So you know what you put in your body, because food goes into energy. Everything's energy. Putting a new perspective helps you change. However, it takes habit. Every day, keep going forward. Push, push, push.
And if you don't believe that amazing things are possible in the spiritual, look at science, look at technology,
Right.
look at how much they have advanced over the last 500 years, and how much have we advanced spiritually over the last 500 years.
Yeah, because
Look
it's
at
so
that.
hard, and everybody's in a victim mode. We are survivors, people.
So we can up our level a lot. We just have to look at what science did when science decided to, check out all possibilities and try to develop new stuff and not be stuck in the past. Just go with what works and develop formulas and test them and find out what works. But that's what you have to do in the spiritual too.
Exactly. You got to try it out for yourself. You got to be the guinea pig of yourself. You got to try these spiritual techniques for yourself. You are doing your own spiritual programming. You're the guru now. You're the life coach. You're the one in charge. You're the one that can be aware of when you step out and have a post-traumatic episode, or what I call now a spiritual flip. But you need to have a support system and a support group that's around you that can say, hey, am I in reality right now? And they can say, no, you're not. Or yes, you are. And you can know that you can be vulnerable. You have to be vulnerable to be strong. And when you're strong, you know where to be vulnerable. You got to put on your armor. You got to put on your shield. You got ready for this world because it's tough.
And one of the ways you get strong is by really being connected to life and death in the spiritual cycle. That this is only one life. And we are going to continue to exist because we are eternal spirits. The universe exists for us. The universe is also eternal, even if science hasn't figured that out yet.
Yeah, and even I work in the paranormal, and it is also about shadow works. It's understanding the traumas and the inner child pains. A lot of people that I do readings for, it's all about self-love, self-loving. Even me, I would beat myself, little self up so bad. Oh my goodness. And now that I love myself, I can connect to the energies of my subconscious, spiritual little child and heal from the inner trauma. That's called shadow work. And the chakras matter too. That's glands of the release of the emotions. And there's so many emotions, but you have to be aware of them, how they react to you. How are you responding to them?
And I've had my near-death experiences. So I've dealt with life on a very, very deep level. And that's what I'm talking about, life and death. The people that can achieve the most have the least fear of pushing it so hard, because they know that they can push themselves hard and not be killed by pushing themselves, because they know the fine line.
Right.
They believe in themselves well enough, they're tuned into themselves well enough that they know they can get so much out of themselves without killing themselves.
That's right.
And
it really goes into the fact that this strength that we're talking about off topic of bullying, it pays off to have the strength in you to deal with these bullies. You gotta be tough and have your armor on. Know yourself, know thyself.
Because if you have real strong spiritual energy, you won't be easily bullied.
That's right.
If you're a basketball player, there's all these basketball players, but then there are the superstars. What is the difference between a superstar and a regular basketball player? They all have talent, but the superstar gets a little bit more out of themselves spiritually. They're on a higher spiritual level. So in a sense, they push the other people out of the way. They got the oomph spiritually to do things and outplay
push.
other people because they're stronger spiritually. That's the way the spiritual
persistence,
works.
practice,
if you're strong,
drive.
If you're stronger spiritually, you will be able to outmuscle people in the area of your specialty, in the area that you're really good at. That's just the way it works. So it's no accident that somebody becomes a superstar. There's no accident that somebody's a pioneer and the first one to climb Mount Everest or go to the South Pole.
Yeah.
No accident.
Or the moon or Mars or wherever it is.
There's no accident. They're the ones that are able to go where other people can't because they're spiritually capable of dealing with it.
Yeah, if success was easy, everyone would do it. We said that before, but when we're talking about bullies, we have to address and gather together as a voice and stand our independent strengths of our talents and say, no, I don't agree. No, that is not right. No, this is the backing with the actions. Boom, here's the actions. Boom, sit down, bully.
But they bullies don't like people with really hard, tough energy.
And neither does narcissists.
They don't like that because they want somebody that they can.
They want to manipulate. Look at same time.
Yeah, that's what they want to do.
Like-mindedness, manipulations of bullies. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yes.
Okay, this is Positive Vibes Enterprise. I'm Tom Goodwin. This is Michelle Ronquillo.
Yes, this has been awesome. This has been a wonderful topic. Please subscribe, follow us. We're on TikTok. We need the support of your voice. So if you have TikTok, me Shelly 311 and Astro Goodwin. Okay,
on WordPress.
On WordPress too, and TikTok and Facebook. You know, we're all over to help you. All right.
And I have a lot more ideas in this video.
Yeah, we're not even done yet. We're just starting. All right. So please let us know how you're thinking, how you're feeling. Let us support you.
And subscribe.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Till next time.